being received into the seminal intelligence of the universe, and in this way make room for the fresh souls which come to dwell there. And this is the answer which a man might give on the hypothesis of souls continuing to exist. But we must not only think of the number of bodies which are thus buried, but also of the number of animals which are daily eaten by us and the other animals. But when a number is consumed, and thus in a manner buried in the bodies of those who feed on them, nevertheless this earth receives them by reason of the changes of these bodies into blood, and the transformations into the aerial or the fiery element. What is the investigation into the truth in this matter? The division into that which is material and that which is the cause of form, the formal. Do not be whirled about, but in every movement have respect to justice. On the occasion of every impression maintain the faculty of comprehension or understanding. Everything harmonizes with me, which is harmonious to thee, O universe. Nothing for me is too early, nor too late, which is in due time for thee. Everything is fruit to me, which thy seasons bring. O nature, from thee are all things. In thee are all things. To thee all things return. Poet says, dear city of Cecrops, and wilt not thou say, dear city of Zeus? Occupy thyself with few things, says the philosopher, if thou wouldst be tranquil. But consider if it would not be better to say, do what is necessary, and whatever the reason of the animal which is naturally social requires, and as it requires, for this brings not only the tranquility which comes from doing well, but also that which comes from doing few things. For the greatest part of what we say and do being unnecessary, if a man takes us away, he will have more leisure and less uneasiness. Accordingly, on every occasion a man should ask himself, is this one of the unnecessary things? Now a man should take away not only unnecessary acts, but also unnecessary thoughts. For thus, superfluous acts will not follow after. All these things happen to them by reason of their ignorance of what is good and evil. But I, who have seen the nature of the good, that it is beautiful, and of the bad, that it is ugly, and the nature of him who does wrong, that it is akin to me. The fuel is completely transformed into flame. It's nothing. It's in fact everything. It happens when we trust. 15 years long course of Zen training, which brought me face to face with Lao Tzu and his true design. Right, because I wanted to challenge the fact that, okay, that's fine. I'm saying, what are the just on the side of the bed or authority? Hey, James! It takes from what is too much, and my teachings are easy to understand. Oh, this is a meditation. Take the deepest breath of the day. Hold it for 10 seconds. Think not to find them in the forest or on the mountain, but in beds of purple, caressed by magnificent beasts of women with large limbs, fire and light in their eyes, and masses of find them, ye shall see them at rule, in victorious armies, at all the joy,
and we occupied.
there shall be in them joy 1,000,000 times greater than this. Even as they enforce another king against king,
What kind of problems are you trying to solve?
love one another with burning hearts. On the low, men tremble in the fierce lust of pride, in the day of the wrath. Ye are against the people, O my chosen. I am the secret serpent coiled about to spring. In my coiling there is joy. If I lift up my head, I and my newit are one. If I drop down mine head, shoot forth venom, it is rapture of the earth, and I and the earth are one. There is great danger in me. For who doth not understand these runes shall make a great miss. He shall fall down into the pit called Because, and there he shall perish with the dogs of reason. Now a curse upon Because and his kin. May Because be accursed forever. If Will stops and cries why, invoking Because, then Will stops and does not. If power asks why, then is power weakness. Also reason is a lie. For there is a factor infinite and unknown, and all their words are skew-wise. Enough of Because. Be he damned for a dog. But ye, O my people, rise up and awake. Let the rituals be rightly performed with joy and beauty. Be performed with Let the rituals be rightly performed with joy and beauty. There are rituals of the elements and feasts of the times. A feast for the first night of the prophet and his bride. A feast for the 3 days of the writing of the book of the law. A feast for Tahuti and the child of the prophet. Secret, O prophet. A feast for the supreme ritual, and a feast for the equinox of the gods. A feast for fire, and a feast for water, and a feast for life, and a greater feast for death. A feast every day in your hearts, in the joy of my rapture. A feast every night unto new, in the pleasure of uttermost delight. I feast, rejoice. There is no drag hereafter. There is the dissolution and eternal ecstasy in the kisses of new. There is death for the dogs. Dost thou fail? Art thou sorry? Is fear in thine heart? Where I am, these are not. Pity not the fallen. I never knew them. I am not for them. I console not. I hate the consoled and the consoler. I am unique and conqueror. I am not of the slaves that perish. Be they damned and dead. Amen. This is of the four. There is a fifth who is invisible, and therein am I as a babe in an egg. Through my gold the light of my bride, but the red gleam is in my eyes. My spangles are purple and green, purple beyond purple. It is the light higher than eyesight. There is a veil. The veil is black. It is the veil of the modest woman. It is the veil of sorrow and the pall of death. This is none of me. Till down the blind spectre of the centuries. Veil not your vices and virtuous words. These vices are my service. And ye do well, and I will reward you here and hereafter. Don't be sorry. Thou art emphatically my chosen. Blessed are the eyes that thou shalt look upon with gladness. But I will hide thee in a mask of sorrow. They that see thee shall fear thou art fallen, but I lift thee up. Nor shall they who cry aloud their folly, that thou meanest not avail. Thou shalt reveal it, thou availest. They are the slaves of me, because they are not of me. The stops as thou wilt the letters, change them not in style or value. Thou shalt attain the order and value of the English alphabet. Thou shalt find new symbols to attribute them unto. Be gone, ye mockers, even though ye laugh in my honor, ye shall laugh not long. And when ye are sad, know that I have forsaken you. He that is righteous shall be righteous still. He that is filthy shall be filthy still. Yea, deem not of change, ye shall be as ye are, and not other. Therefore, the kings of the earth shall be kings forever. The slaves shall serve. There is none that shall be cast down or lifted up. All is ever as it was. There are masked ones, my servants. May be that yonder beggar is a king. King may choose his garment as he will. There is no certain test, but a beggar cannot hide his poverty. Beware, therefore, level, lest perchance is a king concealed. Say you so? Fool, if he be a king, thou canst not hurt him. Therefore, strike hard and low, and to hell with them, master. There is a light before thine eyes, O prophet, a light undesired, most desirable. I am lifted in thine heart, and the kisses of the stars rain hard upon thy body. Thou art exhausted in the voluptuous fullness of the inspiration. The expiration is sweeter than death, more rapid and laughterful than a caress of hell's own worm. O thou art overcome, we are upon thee, our delight is all over thee. Hail, hail, prophet of Nu, prophet of Had, prophet of Rahu. Now rejoice, now come in our splendor and rapture, come in our passionate peace and right sweet words for the kings. Okay, Ben, I'm still going. We're putting out a lot of YouTube videos. On right. I am the Master. Thou art the holy chosen one. Write and find ecstasy in writing. Work and be our bed in working. Through with the joy of life and death. Ah, thy death shall be lovely. Whoso seeth it shall be glad. Thy death shall be the seal of the promise of our age-long love. Come, lift up thine heart and rejoice. We are one, we are none. Hold, hold, bear up in thy rapture, fold not in swoon of the excellent kisses. Harder, hold up thyself, lift thine head, breathe not so deep, die. What do I feel? Is the word exhausted? There is help and hope in other spells. Wisdom says, be strong. Then canst thou bear more joy. Be not animal. Refine thy rapture. If thou drink, drink by the 8 and 90 rules of art. If thou love, exceed by delicacy. And if thou do aught joyous, let there be subtlety therein. But exceed, exceed, strive ever to more. And if thou art truly mine, doubt it not. And if thou art ever joyous, death is the crown of all. Death, death. Thou shalt long for death. Death is forbidden, O man, unto thee. The length of thy longing shall be the strength of its glory. He that lives long and desires death much as ever the king among the kings. Listen to the numbers and the words. Here we go. 4, 6, 3, 8, A, B, K, 2, 4, A, L, G, M, O, R, 3, Y, X, 24, 89, R, P, S, T, O, V, A, L. What meaneth this, O prophet? Thou knowest not, nor shalt thou know ever. There cometh one to follow thee, he shall expound it. But remember, O But remember, O chosen one, to be me. to follow the love of new in the starlit heaven, to look forth upon men, to tell them this glad word, Oh, be thou proud and mighty among men. Lift up thyself, for there is none like unto thee among men or among gods. Lift up thyself, O my prophet, thy stature shall surpass the stars. They shall worship thy name, foursquare, mystic, wonderful, the number of a man, and the name of thy house, 418. The end of the hiding of habit, and the blessing and worship to the prophet of the lovely star. The reward of Rahor quit. There is division hither homeward. There is a word not known. Spelling is defunct. All is not aught. Beware. Hold. Raise the spell of Rahor quit. Now let it be first understood that I am God of war and of vengeance. Shall deal hardly with them. Choose ye an island, fortify it, tongue it about with enginery of war. I will give you a war engine. With it ye shall smite the peoples, and none shall stand before you. Lurk, withdraw upon them. This is the law of the battle of conquest. Thus shall my worship be about my secret house. Yet the style revealing itself. Set it in thy secret temple, and that temple is already aright disposed. And it shall be your Qibla forever. It shall not fade, but miraculous color shall come back to it day after day, close it in long glass for a proof to the world. This shall be your only proof. I forbid argument. Conquer. That is enough. I will make easy to you the obstruction from the ordered house in the victorious city. Thou shalt thyself convey it with worship, O prophet. Thou, though likest it not, thou shalt have danger and trouble. Rahor, who is with thee? Worship me with fire and blood. Worship me with swords and spears. Let the woman be girt with a sword before me. Let blood flow to my name. Trample down the heathen. Be upon them, O warrior, who will give you of the flesh to eat. Sacrifice cattle little and big after a child, but not now. Ye shall see that hour, O blessed beast, and thou the scarlet concubine of his desire. Ye shall be sad thereof. Deem not too eagerly to catch the promises. Fear not to undergo the curses. Yea, even yea, know not this meaning all. Fear not at all. Fear neither men nor fates, nor gods, nor anything, money, fear not, nor laughter of the folk folly, nor any other power in heaven or upon the earth or under the earth. New is your refuge as headed your right eye, and I am the strength, force, vigor of your arms. Not mercy let me off. Damn them who pity. Kill and torture, spare not, be upon them. The stele they shall call the abomination of desolation. Count well its name, and it shall be to you as 718. Why? Because of the fall of because that he is not there again. Set up my image in the east. There should buy thee an image which I will show thee, special, not unlike the one thou knowest. And it shall be suddenly easy for thee to do this. The other images group up around me to support me. Let all be worshipped, for they shall cluster to exalt me. I am the visible object of worship. The others are secret. For the beast and his bride are they. For the winners of the ordeal, X. What is this? Thou shalt know. For perfume mix meal and honey, in thick leavings of red wine, then oil of abramelin and olive oil, afterwards soften and smooth down with rich fresh blood. The best blood is of the moon, monthly, than the fresh blood of a child, or dropping from the host of heaven, then of enemies, then of the priest or of the worshippers, last of some beast, no matter what. This burn, of this make cakes and eat unto me. This hath also another use. Let it be laid before me and kept thick with perfumes of your orison. It shall become full of beetles, as it were, and creeping things sacred unto me. These slay, naming your enemies, and they shall fall before you. Also these shall breed lust and power of lust in you, and the eating thereof. Also ye shall be strong in war. Whatever be the long kept, it is better. For they swell with my force all before me. My altar is of open brasswork, burned thereon in silver or gold. There cometh a rich man from the west, who shall pour his gold upon me. From gold forged steel, be ready to fly or to smite. But your holy place shall be untouched throughout the centuries. Though with fire and sword it be burnt down and shattered, yet an invisible house there standeth and shall stand until the fall of the great equinox, when Herumakis shall rise, and the double-wanded one assume my throne in place. Another prophet shall arise and bring fresh fever from the skies. Another woman shall await lust and worship of the snake. Another soul of God and beast shall mingle in the globed priest. Another sacrifice shall stain the tomb. Another king shall reign, and blessing no longer be poured to the hot-headed mystical Lord.
In tying the sponge in a 101, neshama is like the sponge. The longer your intellect cycle is engaged with the breath of the day. Can you say the basic question? Oh God in Israel. What does concern us that they cannot do? Who then shall sue thereby, like a good king and father? We tried to. Criticism, man was murdered, but it's our family treasure. Okay, everybody, this is a breathing and a positive affirmation. Is the unification of the transcendent with the immanent. This promoting faggot. We reported kicking in your doors. We're ripping you out of your houses. We're gonna send you back to where you
its memories.